In this video, we will create a contact form and save it in a Google Sheet. So how you do that is by adding a trigger called n8n form and give it a title. For example, Emil Sires cohort number 2. Learn how to build agentic workflows using n8n and learn how to build web applications using Cursor, Claude Code, Next.js, and Supabase. So I'm going to just give it some description here. Okay. Now what I would like to do is add a few fields. Full name that is required. Phone number, which is important for us. We would like to call people in order to qualify them. LinkedIn URL, I would like to know who am I talking with. And an email address because I would like to also send them an email, a follow-up email, and so on. This AI agent will have that. And also a remarks. So that's optional. People can send that. So if I click on execute, you can see this form. I'll fill it out. Okay, there's a typo which I'll fix in a minute. LinkedIn URL, another typo. And my email address. I'd like to apply it to this batch, and I'm ready to go through the process. And click on submit. When I submitted this, the workflow received all the information because the workflow was in the waiting mode. I'm going to pen this information so I don't need to refill this form again and again. Now, in order to connect this with this Google Sheet that I have created here, it's very simple. I can just create a Google Sheet instance, and then I can append a row to the end. So this is append or update row in sheet. I already have my Google Sheets connected, but you can just literally click that button and then it should take you to the authentication page where you can authenticate that. And I would like to append a row at the end of the sheet. What's the name of the sheet? That is the Emil Sires. Apparently this is a different account I used, Emil Sires. So I'm going to quickly connect that one here so you can also see how to do that. It's just like authenticating your email and then it gets access to your Google Sheets. Now, what I would like to do is append a row to the cohort, that's to the sheet that's called Emil Sires cohort. And which sheet exactly? Sheet 1 is okay for now. Now I'm gonna map it automatically. If I click on execute, you'll see the output. So all of that information from here is mapped here in that sheet. But if we go here and see it, we already got all the information. All the columns mapped with all the data in here. Now, if somebody else goes there and then fills that form, or we manually just execute that form one more time, and maybe one more time, what we have done is basically we took the same data that was penned, we executed multiple times, therefore we see the same data multiple times. So the idea of this kind of a workflow that you can build something and you can integrate these APIs with each other, and you can collect information on one side and put it on the other side. It's fascinating. It's so easy. This is not a new concept. This used to be with Zapier, with Make.com, but n8n made it super simple. And now we will take this and send it to Vapi so that we can do a phone call. But before actually connecting n8n and ElevenLabs, uh, I said Vapi. What I meant was ElevenLabs because I have been using Vapi lately. It just kind of by default use that name. So we're gonna use now ElevenLabs in isolation so that we know how to trigger an API call using Postman with ElevenLabs, and then after that we'll connect our n8n workflow with ElevenLabs API request. See you in the next video.